Hi guys. Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how I install WordPress.
Tell your whiny wife to make me a sandwich. Pay attention!
And this is going to be an optional video. If you already know how to install WordPress and get your site set up, you can go ahead and just skip this video and move on to the next one, okay? So let's continue to the next slide. I launched Jack with up to 6-7 domains. I keep saying it over and over. You don't have to launch Jack with so many domain names because there's a cost associated to it. There's a lot of time involved in managing it, and it also depends on the launch. And when I'm doing launch jacking, I'm committed 100% for that 2-3 weeks. And I'm going to go all out and make sure that I want to dominate that launch and get many sales as possible. So I'm going to launch, 6-7 domains, and I'm going to try to rank every single one in the first page. And you don't have to follow exactly how I do it. You can launch with one domain if you want. I mean, that's how I started. Then you can, once you get better, and then you can launch with 2 or 3 domains, so you get a higher chance of getting many visitors to check out your launch jacking site. Okay, and that's the only reason why I'm using so many domain names. And every domain that I launch jack with, I split test it. And how do I do that? Because I segment everything. Each domain gets their own hosting account. I use the dedicated hosting. I also use share hosting accounts. Bluehost.com is very good. MediaTemple.net is very good. Again, you don't have to use exactly how I used this combination. This is what works for me. And it is optional. You can go with your own hosting account. You have a hosting at different places. That's fine. And I segment again with every domain. I put unique content, and every domain has their own backlink combinations on it. That way, all the domain names that I'm launch jack with, it doesn't have a same, it's not on all in one same hosting account IP address. It's not using all like same content because I don't want it to get a duplicate content. Because I'm trying to get myself at the best position as possible. So I know if I launch Jack with on a dedicated host with unique content and a combination of PBN and blog comments, then I know that one domain it may rank well, it may not. I can't guarantee it. But by launching with multiple domains, you have a higher chance of showing your site in the ranked in the first page. And I like to rank in like number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or I try to take all 5 spots if I have to. Okay, and let's go to the next slide. WordPress plugins that I use, I try to keep it simple. Obviously, I'm going to put a spam comment blocker on there, and there are various SEO WordPress themes. I use all-in-one SEO. There's plenty. There's a Platinum SEO. There's a Yoast WordPress plugin. There's so many of them now. Again, test it on your own. Right here. I split test with every domain, so you can even segment too. You can have one site using all-in-one SEO plugin, and the next site you're launch jacking with, you can use Platinum SEO. The next site you're launching with, you can use Yoast SEO plugin. Okay, just keep testing. That you're gonna figure out what's gonna work on your launch. Then you can duplicate that over and over again. Well, this is just my combination I use with every single launch now. Okay, so let's go on to here's a Bluehost account. And these are my domains that I'm launching with. There's 4 of them here. So the first one I'm gonna put it on a dedicated server. Second one I'm gonna host it on Bluehost, and the third one I'm gonna host it on Bluehost, and the fourth one I'm gonna host it on MediaTemple.net. Again, you don't have to go with my combination of hosting accounts here, and you don't have to launch with all 4 of them. Okay. So the first one I've already added here. So it's just an add-on domain. If you're not familiar with Bluehost, I highly recommend it because a lot of people use it. I've had Bluehost account for forever. So, but I also have a dedicated hosting, and multiple places where I have a shared hosting and things like that. So don't worry about getting complicated. Just use Bluehost. Okay, then now I have to add this second one here. Then just say assign domain name. It's very simple. There's a lot of helpful information how to do this here. Okay, so I'm gonna say I'm gonna add a domain. It's gonna verify that I have this domain name server pointed to Bluehost and say add-on. I'm going to keep it as this directory, say assign this domain. And again, it's going to take a little bit to get that set up. So in my domain registrar, I have it following 4 domain names here. I went to domain name server setup and changed my DNS server to point to my web hosting account. So this one is for my dedicated hosting. This one here for this domain with these 2 domains, I'm pointing it to ns1.bluehost.com, ns2.bluehost.com. Again, this information how to do it, every hosting places they have it how to set this up for your own your web hosting account. So now the 4th one, I'm hosting at the mediatemple.net, so it matches. So on Bluehost, you go to Install WordPress on your cPanel. Once you log into Blue Hosting account, you get this interface, and on their website, you can click on Install WordPress icon, and it will send you to another page where you can tell which domain name you want to install WordPress, and you can have someone else. These guys here will install WordPress for you. There's the expert, but it's very, very simple, straightforward. Okay, after that, it lands into this page and just say check domain, and I'm gonna just leave the don't worry about this directory. I want to install the WordPress on this domain name. This is gonna take a couple minutes. And final step right here. I already put this in here, the site name or title, winning state of mind, and the username, email right here. And this is the password that they gave it to me. So I'm just gonna go ahead and change this, or you can just leave it like this. I'm just gonna change it to launch Jack 1 and say install. Now it says right here, just wait. It says 3 installs are underway, and this progress bar, we're just gonna have to wait here, and it's gonna come up to another page. All right. Okay, that's it. You just installed WordPress. It's a simple one-click installation. This way, you don't have to download WordPress files and upload it using FTP manually to your web hosting account or any of that. So once you're done and complete, all you have to do is just type in the domain name that you install WordPress to. So winningstateofmind.org, and it goes to this page, and just say admin login. The next step is adding your username that you created just a while ago, setting up your WordPress install, and put in the password, then click login, and it'll get you inside your dashboard. Then once you're there, and go ahead and click on my video part 2 of installing WordPress. I'll see you there.